Hello, my name is Meerah, and I am a Lorekeeper in one of Yog-Sothoth's libraries. And today I'm going to tell you the story of Dagon from the Yog-Sothothery or the Lovecraft Mythos. Dagon is, aside from Yog-Sothoth, obviously, one of my favorite Lovecraftian entities. Dagon appears in Mesopotamian mythology, specifically in Syria and the Hebrew Bible. Dagon is named as being the leading god of the Philistines as well. In the Hebrew Bible, the temple that Samson pulls down in Judges 16 is actually a temple to Dagon, who is thought to have been a deity responsible for fertility, agriculture, fishing, and water travel. In the Lovecraft mythos, Dagon first appears in a short story bearing the same name, written in 1917. He is the father of all Deep Ones, a race of amphibious humanoids that live in the depths of the Earth's oceans. He is worshipped by the esoteric Order of Dagon, a secret cult based in Innsmouth, Massachusetts, and is also worshipped by the Deep Ones themselves. Dagon is often known as Father Dagon, and his mate is often known as Mother Hydra. Hydra is the mother of all Deep Ones, blessed in similar ways to her consort in that she has an unnaturally long life and is gigantic in size. However, unlike Dagon, she is not classified as a Great Old One, though still considered a deity. Dagon, however, is classified as a Great Old One, which puts him on the same level as Cthulhu. Dagon is often described as being half fish and half human, like a giant deep one, though sometimes he is described as just a giant fish-like creature. One theory states that Dagon is actually just abnormally old and large deep one that was given immortality by the star spawn of Cthulhu, who sometimes choose formidable specimens from a given species to protect, nurture, and empower their species. At a very advanced age, Deep Ones can reach enormous size, well above 50 feet in height, and these such Deep Ones are often also worshipped by the cult of Dagon as deities, even though they are definitely just corporeal beings that are quite old. The short story Dagon tells the tale of a morphine-addicted man that recounts a horrifying experience he had during World War I while he was a merchant marine officer. His cargo ship had been captured by a German sea raider in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific Ocean. He escapes on a lifeboat and eventually finds himself stranded on a slimy expanse of hellish black mire putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish, which he speculates that landmass could have been a portion of the ocean floor that was perhaps thrown to the surface by volcanic upheaval. After walking for days, the character comes across an immeasurable canyon and a well-shaped monolith whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures. The monolith is covered in unfamiliar hieroglyphs and carvings consisting of aquatic themes and symbols. As the man looks on the monolith, a creature emerges from the water, with only a slight churning to mark its rise to the surface. The thing slid into view above the dark waters, vast, Polyphemus-like, and loathsome. It darted like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the monolith, about which it flung its gigantic scaly arms, the while it bowed its hideous head and gave vent to certain measured sounds. After seeing this, obviously quite spooked, the mariner flees back to his stranded boat, and vaguely recalls a great storm before waking up in a San Francisco hospital, where he had been taken after being rescued in mid-ocean by a US ship. And that's it! A brief summary of who and what Dagon is. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time here in the library.